Good morning, guys. Um, I worked last night and I'd just been having some things on my mind. Some things that I've never really talked about. Um, but it's been going around and around in my head. Um, not usually one to put certain personal things out there, but more recently, this kind of feels like an outlet, feels like therapy because I'm talking to people. I'm talking to people that I don't know. I don't know you guys. So if you judge me, it really don't matter, right? I've been thinking a lot about life, right? And places that I've been, the things that I've done, the things that I've been through. You know, I wasn't one who came up with money. I'm from Jamaica. Came from a small town, country area. Came up on a farmland, mostly around my grandma, who passed around 2022. You know, I considered her to be the love of my life, even though I didn't treat her as well as I should, because once I left the country and moved to the city to become a cop, I didn't visit as much as I should, and then I moved overseas and I didn't contact her as much as I should. And then when she passed away, I started to have all these feelings that I missed out, and the person who have been there for me the most in my life, I allowed her to pass away without me showing the love to her that she had shown to me. And I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive myself for that. And there's two more people in my life who were always there for me, who's still alive, and because I didn't make up for what my grandma did for me, I'm gonna try to make up with those two people who done everything that they could for me, right? And I came here, I was married in Jamaica, and I can't say that I've ever had a bad breakup to where we were throwing bottles and punches and fights. Me and my first wife, amicable breakup, had a good relationship, even though that's not the right thing to do when you're moving into a new relationship. When I got married the second time, I had to cut that out because we had too good of a relationship and it was going to affect my second relationship. I had a daughter with my second wife, and she's an awesome mom. She is the best person that I could ever ask for to be the mother of my daughter. My daughter is awesome. Um, we're no longer together. I'm not gonna fault her. We had disagreements on fundamental things. So there are fundamental things about me, right? And the fundamental things about a person, another person should not try to break. If you talk about those things in the beginning of a relationship, through the middle of the relationship, don't think that there can be compromise when you know about those things from the start. There can be compromise on a whole bunch of other issues, right? But that doesn't make her a bad person. She's not a bad person. She takes great care of my daughter. But I moved away. It hurt my daughter because me and my daughter, we had the closest relationship. I was the one giving her baths. I was the one taking her to daycare. I was leaving work early so I could pick her up. We spent a whole lot of time together. Way more time than she was spending with her mom. I was the one getting her dressed for school in the mornings. I was the one picking her up. So she couldn't understand because she was like, I don't know, 4 years old when I left. And even when she was 8, 9 years old, she was like, Daddy, why did you leave me? And I've never felt anything cut through me the way that cut through me. But there was no explanation that I could give to her at that age to make her understand, because I can't blame her mama. And I couldn't really explain to her why I left. I just said to her, Daddy had some issues and Daddy had to move away so we could make a better life for you. No, my daughter's 12 years old, and I see her as often as I can. When I first moved away, I moved from North Carolina to California. Now I'm down in Florida. And, I talk to her as often as I can, but I still can't forgive myself for that either. I'm married again, and I have an awesome wife, and she understands everything. She understands that when I go to see my daughter, I will take my daughter out with my ex-wife so my daughter can see a unit, right? Because she's growing up and she needs to see what a unit looks like. She's a girl. She needs to see what a unit looks like. She never see me and her mama fight. She never seen me talk loud to her mama. I've never raised my voice at her, because as a daddy, you can't do those things to your daughter, because you let her grow up thinking that it's okay for men to do those things to her. There's so much things that I'd like to talk about, but this TikTok thing, it only gives you 10 minutes, and I'm not the tech type of guy who understands how to manipulate this thing. I could go on and I could make a video on my phone and I could upload it. I don't have all the fancy stuff, but there's so much that I'd like to talk about, but I think I unpack a lot there in 10 minutes.